black person does not win a Golden Globe or an Oscar. Now, I'm going to be the first person to say this. A lot of people were getting upset because Empire did not win for Best Show. It didn't win a Golden Globe last night. It lost to a show by the name of Mr. Robot. Now, did I ever see Mr. Robot? Nope, I have not ever seen Mr. Robot. I do know it's on the USA Network. If you do want to check it out, just check out Mr. Robot. But I never seen the show. But I'm going to say this. Empire wasn't all that hot this season, all right? Now, season one, look, I was about it. You know what I'm saying? Look, I was always sitting on my couch on Wednesday night anticipating Empire coming on. But season number two, wasn't that good. Now, I know a lot of people that might be a tough pill to swallow because, you know, we want to see these black shows actually win something, but it did not deserve it, in my opinion. Not this time around. Mr. Robot, never seen it, but maybe it was more deserving. I mean, we didn't say nothing when Denzel Washington got a Lifetime Achievement Award at the Golden Globe Awards, right? I mean, we didn't get upset when Taraji P. Henson won. We're not going to win everything. Just because black people are black does not necessarily mean they just are the cream of the crop this year. You know, Leonardo DiCaprio won for Best Actor in a movie that he was in. He beat out Will Smith. But the man is really good. The guy is really, really good. I don't care what anybody says. Will Smith did an exceptional job in Concussion. I went to the movies. I went to go check it out. He did a phenomenal job. But Leonardo DiCaprio is one heck of an actor, and he deserves to win Best Actor. I'm not mad when he wins the Golden Globe over Will Smith, but a lot of people, man, we get so upset when black people ain't winning. Sometimes black people don't deserve to win these awards. I'm not saying that we don't get snubbed. I mean, Stevie Wonder can see that, but we're not supposed to win every time. There are some shows that are better. I mean, we seen, you know, the lady from How to Get Away with Murder, she won last year. We see Taraji P. Henson winning. So we are making strides, man. You know, we making strides. Everything ain't got to be, you know, about race. It ain't got to be about the race card. But I will say this. Quentin Tarantino referring to certain type of music as ghetto. I didn't like that, man. First off, I don't like Quentin Tarantino movies anyway. It's too much blood and guts. I feel like it's too fake and phony. I was one of those people that didn't like Django Unchained. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people like, man, that's a good movie. That was good, TJ. Look, I didn't like Django Unchained. I don't like Quentin Tarantino movies. I feel like he's overrated. I feel like he got the hype machine behind him. Therefore, he does succeed. I feel like Ron Howard is a better director than he is. I feel like Tom Hanks is a better director than he is. I feel like Steven Spielberg is a better director than he is. I mean, give me a break, man. Quentin Tarantino movies are just about bravado. I mean, they're not that good, and too much cussing in it. It's got so much cussing in it you can't even follow it. But I mean, Quentin Tarantino, he embraces that whole cussing in his movie type thing because he was awarded. You know, when you go down to Hollywood and you put your finger, I mean your handprint and your footprint and on the concrete, you know, on the on Hollywood Boulevard, he was they gave him that award or that, you know, that prestigious honor, and he wore some shoes. At the bottom of the shoes, of the sole of the shoe, it said, you know, F you. So basically, you know, he kind of embraces that whole, you know, my movie had cussing in it. But I like Ron Howard. I like other directors way over him. And I feel like that comment that he made about being ghetto was just absolutely tasteless. I feel like that was just absolutely tasteless. He shouldn't have said that. But the Golden Globe Awards overall, I thought it was good. That was the first time I really just sit down and watched the Golden Globe Awards. You know, a lot of people had a little issue with Mel Gibson coming out. You know, they wonder why he was there. But, I mean, shouts out to Mel Gibson. I mean, you can't take away some of the great movies that he made, like Braveheart, all the Lethal Weapons, you know, The Patriot, The Passion of the Christ when he directed that movie. I mean, there's so many things that Mel Gibson has done. and a lot of contributions he's made to Hollywood, so you can't take that away just for some comments that he made, that were absolutely tasteless as well. But that was the Golden Globe Awards. I want to know what you all think. Check out my Facebook page. Search for me under TJ the Real. Follow me on Instagram at TJ the Real. And you can also follow me on Twitter at Gritty TJ. That's Gritty_TJ. Gritty_TJ. Let me know what you all thought about the Golden Globe Awards. Do you feel like Empire was snubbed? Now we're going to move on to something that I really love, and that is the National Football League. Ladies and gentlemen, the NFL playoffs is, we're in the vicinity. It's around us. The NFL playoffs, man. I absolutely love football. It is absolutely great. We had some great games this weekend, and I got to be honest with you all. There was some stinkers out there that really was just an absolute embarrassment, and it just had me scratching my head like this particular performance.
Close this first half. 2nd and 9. Hoyer shot downfield. Nate Washington is overthrown. It's intercepted. That's a third pick of a half. Marcus Peters turns this into a punt. And that's 3 picks in 6 possessions thrown by Hoyer.
And they're bad interceptions. All 3 interceptions are horrible. Bad decisions. You're throwing against a Pro Bowl left corner. And there's no way you throw this football, Mike. Know who you're throwing against. Know the situation. And he fumbled the football. He's turned the ball over 4 times in the first half.
That was Brian Hoyer, quarterback of the Houston Texans. The Houston Texans lost 30-0 to the Kansas City Chiefs. Absolutely got mollywopped at home in front of their home crowd. And I just got to say this. Brian Hoyer is an absolute disgrace. That guy went out there and laid the biggest egg I have ever seen. I think it would make Mother Goose blush. That man does not deserve to be a starting quarterback in the National Football League. I remember I was just sitting at the table. I was talking to my stepbrother. We was talking about, quarterbacks. And I said, Brian Hoyer is a decent quarterback. I said, if they give him the chance, I said, then he can really shine, man. They ain't give him a chance in Cleveland. And just when I was making that statement, he throws an interception to Eric Berry. This man is an absolute travesty. I retract every statement that I made about him. He does not deserve to be a starting quarterback in the National Football League. An absolute embarrassment. But I got to say this. His day might not have been as bad as this guy's day. I'll tell you this.
McDermott is the snapper. And the kick is no good! Wow! Go figure. Oh, baby, yeah. It's time to pray to the heavens, Michael. You're right.
Blair Walsh, the kicker for the Minnesota Vikings, missed a 27-yard chip shot field goal that would have won the game for the Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota Vikings lose to the Seattle Seahawks 9-10. And it's all because of Blair Walsh. Blair Walsh had one job, and that's just to kick a football between the goalposts. And he just absolutely let his team down. He let his coach down. I would have been the most scared individual walking into that locker room. As a matter of fact, I would have kept all of my clothes on. I wouldn't have went to there to get my clothes. I wouldn't have took no shower. I would have got in my car because it's a home game. Okay, Minnesota was playing at home. I would have got in my car and drove home with my cleats on and my helmet, because that was just absolutely embarrassing right there. You had an opportunity to knock off a 2-time NFC champion in the Seattle Seahawks, and you didn't get it done. And I tell you this right here, you do not leave a monster alive, okay? You do not leave a monster alive. You kill it. And the Seattle Seahawks are monsters. And the opportunity that Minnesota had, and they did not take advantage of it, man, I would be scared if I was the Carolina Panthers. I guarantee the Carolina Panthers would have been more comfortable going into the divisional round knowing they're playing the Vikings than playing the Seattle Seahawks. Well, Seattle Seahawks are moving on. They're going to play against the Carolina Panthers. Now, that wasn't the only game that had a whole lot of controversy in it. Check this one out right here.
Roethlisberger from the pocket, middle of the field, incomplete. A flag does come in. Went to the head. Lewis Harris is going to be flagged for this on the hit on Antonio Brown, and it's going to put the Steelers in field goal range.
Perfect. It's coming across the field. I saw it. I thought it was him.
Yeah, and I know that they both were in on the coverages at 55 or 37.
Personal foul, defense number 55, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
That was Vontaze Burfict, linebacker for the Cincinnati Bengals, taking what a lot of people call a cheap shot on all-pro wide receiver Antonio Brown. Now, a lot of people were upset. Cincinnati fans were upset because a couple of plays before that, running back Giovanni Bernard, running back for the Cincinnati Bengals, was hit pretty hard by Ryan Shazier, the linebacker for the Steelers, and knocked him out cold. A lot of people thought that was a cheap shot, and linebacker Vontaze Burfict, took it very personal, and a lot of people feel like that was a retaliation shot. Well, it just broke news a few minutes ago. Vontaze Burfict will be suspended 3 games at the beginning of next year's season because the Cincinnati Bengals did lose this football game to the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Pittsburgh Steelers are moving on to play the Denver Broncos, but I just got to say this. Vontaze Burfict, if he did do it on purpose, then that was just absolutely disgraceful. But I got to say, the Cincinnati Bengal fans, even though it's been 26 years since y'all actually won a playoff game, I can understand your frustrations, but you do not throw trash on the field. You do not throw trash at Ben Roethlisberger, who was hurt, who was carted off the field, and somebody threw a bottle at him. That was just absolutely disgraceful. Cincinnati fans, I know y'all have more class than that, but maybe you don't, because that was absolutely pathetic. But we had the last game, and we all know about this individual right here, the man who is an MVP, showing why he has been an MVP in the past.
Causing some confusion. Well, he got him again, Joe. He got him again. Gruden was trying to call timeout, didn't get it. End zone, passes caught for the touchdown. You see Aaron Rodgers, he's looking, as they're trying to substitute, he sees that there's a 12th guy still on the field. He gets the ball snapped, feels that he has a free play, and catch him again. Jay Gruden trying to get the timeout, but once again trying to substitute when the Packers are in a no-huddle situation.
That was Aaron Rodgers throwing a pass to Randall Cobb. The Green Bay Packers finding a way to win, despite having an absolutely embarrassing offensive line and have questionable wide receivers that a lot of people feel like can't get open, but they still get the job done because you have a reigning, defending NFL MVP in Aaron Rodgers, showing why he has been an MVP and had an MVP type performance. The Green Bay Packers will move on. They will go down to the Big Toaster in I can't even talk tonight. In Glendale, Arizona, to take on the Arizona Cardinals in the divisional round. If you probably remember, the Arizona Cardinals beat the Green Bay Packers to sleep last time they played, and you got to believe that the Green Bay Packers are licking their chops, because they had that game circled on the schedule, and they knew that when they moved on, they were going to play Arizona again. But Arizona is licking their chops because of the beating that they put on the Green Bay Packers in the past. But those are your games that's coming up next week. Very exciting wild card weekend. Check out the games that's coming up next week. This has been another edition of The Real Show right here on Spreaker.com. It's your boy TJ The Real. Check your boy out on iTunes. Till next time, you already know, but I'm going to tell you anyway. We global. Good night, everybody.